here we go. This is day 5 of your science AMI. This one is a little bit different because you get to add these features to your topographic map here using the symbols from the legend. Here's the legend. The key is telling you what do each of the pictures mean. And you kind of have to use your knowledge that you already have along with your new knowledge about a topographic map to kind of make the map make sense. And then after you make your map, then you're going to answer these questions about your map. So again, your map might look different than my map that I'm going to draw, but as long as you are drawing some things in a way that sort of makes sense and then answering questions, we're going to be cool. So I'm just going to give you a little example of something you might have done. Now everyone should have their plus sign or their cross in the same place because the cross is indicating or telling you that it's the top of the hill, which means it needs to go here. This has to be the top of the hill because these contour lines are telling us that as we go up, we're going up, 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 and this is the highest point. Okay, so that one has to be there. For the rest, you might have put them in a different place than I'm going to, but this is just an example, remember. So a river is flowing water, so probably the river is going to be lower, closer to sea level, not up high in a hill. So I'm gonna put my river here, and I need to draw it like they have it. So I'm gonna say my river flows here, and I'm gonna draw my little line so I can see that it's my river. Okay, don't get confused with contour lines. I'm not drawing new contour lines. This is my river. This is my water. It's flowing at the bottom of this hill or mountain, okay? So I did this and this. Now a lake is not flowing. You might find it, you know, up kind of up a little bit higher. I don't think I'm gonna draw a lake. I don't want a lake on my map. You can draw a lake somewhere, maybe somewhere over here, maybe even like at the bottom, the lower elevation somewhere. I'm gonna just not do that one. A building. Well, a building would probably go down here in the flatland. If this was a big area, you might have a building here, maybe like if this is camping and you're up on a hill or something, you might have your building. Maybe it's a bathrooms or something like that, but it would have to be a pretty small building. But this is indicating that it's a little bit flatter. This is just a little flatter because the lines are further apart, okay? And then the forest. If you remember when we were reading the mountains books and we were listening and thinking about Hatchet, we learned that as you get higher and higher, there's going to be less and less trees. So if you're making a forest, you want to make sure that you put your forest down in the lower elevations. You don't want your forest to be up at the top of the mountain. Maybe sometimes, depending on the mountain or the hill, but for the most part, it's going to go a little bit on the outside. I'm not going to put any forest over here, but you totally could. That's completely up to you. Okay, so after you get done drawing your map, finishing up your map here, you're going to answer these questions. So how would you use a topographic map? Any topographic map. So we've talked about this before. One way you would use it is you can use a topographic map to find elevation. It is useful when you are hiking or doing other outdoor activities. Something about hiking, hopefully something about doing activities outside, because that's what we've been learning this week. Describe the area that your map shows. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit different for everyone depending on how you drew it. So my map shows a forest that leads into a river And right beside the forest and the river is a hill, and there's a building about halfway up the hill, or about halfway up the mountain. So that's what I'm going to write. Now that's mine, that's my map, that's my picture. Yours might be something different. There is a forest to the west. If I draw my compass, north, south, east, west. So there is a forest to the west of I'm gonna call it a mountain, and a river to the south. The mountain has a building about halfway up. To the top. And I'm gonna put on the east side. Again, yours is a little bit different depending on where you drew your information, but somewhere you need to explain what you see in the picture. And then number 3, when would someone use your map? So someone might use my map if they were going to hike this mountain. They might want to see where they can find water or where they can find the bathroom. So that's what I'm going to put. Someone might use my map when they wanted to find water or the bathroom while hiking this mountain. Something like that. Okay, just one more reminder that your picture can look different than mine as long as your cross is here at the top and your river is somewhere on the outside of the hill, and your answers will depend on what you drew. But mostly you will use these maps when you're hiking to see about the mountains or the elevation. That is the most important part that you understand. These topographic maps are to help you see elevation or how high land is based on seawater. All right, so let me know if you have any questions, comment, send us a picture if you want us to see what your map looks like. We look forward to hearing from you, and I hope that this kind of made some sense. Let me know if it didn't though.